Hello there, friends. Welcome back to more Medium, the Medium. I've been and done some more rejigging to try and get this game to actually run fairly smoothly, and I have been to probably 4 or 5 different forum posts now, and it turns out that the reason the resolution thing didn't look like it was doing anything in-game was because it wasn't doing anything in-game, and the game is always locked to 4K on the Windows Game Pass thing. So the only way of getting around that is to actually lower your in-game resolution, not in, your desktop resolution, and then it will start playing around with it. So currently, and keep in mind this is still with ray tracing off, I'm sitting at 110, 120 FPS, something like that. So this is what I've currently got my settings at, and again, it's still very much all over the place. This is actually now probably running at 1440p, I think. Full screen on, VSync off, FPS is unlimited. DLSS at medium. I could probably bump it down to low for a slight boost in FPS. Shadows at medium, but everything else. I turned LPV on. That's to do with bounce lighting, apparently. And I've turned motion blur off because I didn't realise I'd left it on. So let's find out what Spirit Richard is going to get up to. This is probably still going to tank horribly at points, but I want to see how it does. The ray tracing effects I just don't feel are noticeable enough to really say, oh yeah, let's make sure that they are on. The game needs some much greater optimization before we get to that.
Where it started, Richard. The place that broke you, made you what you are.
Hands reaching. Press and hold right button to parry an attack. Okay, so there's a little bit more combat-y focus of sorts. It's not really combat, is it? But
There's something here. It awoke on that day when she came to it. It took over. Made itself at home.
she being Lily?
Loss. Hatred. Grief. This place reeks of them. Something terrible happened here. It changed Richard forever.
No! What the hell? Young Richards.
Leave her alone!
Abusive childhood?
That's it. Richard's big, ugly secret. The sum of all
He was
his
abused as a
demons.
child. Father's knife.
Richard, your father forgot his knife. You'd better go and bring it to him.
Oops.
All right, I'll play along.
Ooh, those flickering shadows, though. That's very tentacular, isn't it?
Father, you forgot your knife.
Ooh.
Oh, thank you, Richard. You know what? Why don't you keep it?
But it's your lucky knife.
and now it's yours. You'll need it. I'm leaving tomorrow.
What? No!
Leaving for where? Whoa! The rumble got me there more than the actual visual.
But where are you going?
The army is heading out west, and I'll be going with them.
But no, I don't want you to go.
Huh. Just turn that down slightly to make sure that the mic doesn't pick it up. Saw it coming that time.
I don't want to go either, son.
So is this the Polish army in the Second World
What you
War?
want isn't what's important. Do you understand?
When will you come back?
Take care of your mother, Richard. You're the man of the house now.
Oh, I hate that phrase. Ooh. Okay, it's quite linear, this section, but that's fine. I really like this Spirit Richard design. No, Spirit Thomas design.
By the sweat of your brow.
Service medal.
You shall rise, and you shall fall.
Interesting how all of the paintings, I don't know whether we... Did I say? Did I notice? Did you notice? I noticed that a lot of the faces, the paintings throughout this place so far have been scratched out.
Those tentacles are guarding something. We need to get rid of them.
Painting. That looks a lot like the Photoshop oil paint filter. Pipe.
Till you return to the earth from which you came.
That's... Ah.
For dust you are, and to dust you will return.
His mother? Spirit Blast. Can't. We don't have enough. Oh, opening an envelope. Okay. As government representative of the Polish Republic, I wish to offer my deepest sympathy and regret in regards to the passing of Lieutenant Thaddeus Tarkowski. He whose loss you mourn died in the noblest of causes. His country will be forever grateful for the sacrifice he made protecting our freedom and independence. 1944. 22nd of May, 1944. So his dad died just before the end of the war.
Grief. Anger.
Oh.
I can work with that.
Okay. That's bright. Oh. Oh, that's weird. We're inside a painting.
Okay then.
A daylight scene. We haven't really had one of those. The one right at the start
Hey,
was quite
Richard.
overcast. Rose. Who's Rose? An early lover?
Bet you can't catch me.
Childhood friend?
What? Hey, wait up. Come on, Richard. My arms are getting tired.
What are you doing?
Almost done.
Oh. That's what Lily said to Uncle Richard after posing. Interesting parallels being drawn there. That's called, is it narrative parallelism? Or is that when two narratives are going on at the same time? I forget.
Come on, Slowpoke.
This is a maze, isn't it? Oh no, mazes with fixed camera angles. Do not want. It's a rose maze.
Here, I'll try to bring more tomorrow. Thank you, Richard. I can't tell you how much this means to me.
I'm getting an odd boy in striped pajamas feel from this. Also, I don't know why that was so blurry when we zoomed in. You know, if Richard is the kind of well-meaning, no, if Richard is the naive son of the officer, and Rose is the peasant.
But what is it?
It's a white hole.
Something very important. Promise me you'll keep it safe.
Rose petals symbolically scattered around it.
This way, silly. Rose? Rose!
Oh, it's a rose garden. So I was really slow to pick up on the symbolism there. Idiot.
Over here. There you are. I was afraid you'd get lost in there.
Me? I've been waiting here for ages. I was starting to get bored waiting for you.
I feel a little bit silly, actually. Now, the sky's going to darken.
You see that? A storm's coming.
That's quite cool.
It's a big one. We should probably go. Same spot tomorrow?
I'll be there.
Cute, Richard. Real cute. So, where do we go from here?
Yeah, that is very much the oil painting filter in Photoshop been put over that. I assume it's a photo that they've tried to kind of briefly manipulate. It looks fine from the distance. It's just up close I'd recognise that filter anywhere. I use it on occasion to fix scans of things that I want to put on PowerPoint that look like that they've not scanned properly. Sometimes it can be used very lightly to be more artistic than, you know, grainy. There's a second floor up there.
Something's not right.
Can we get...
Who is he?
He's someone who can take care of us.
But I can take care of you. I promised Dad I'd protect you.
Nice
know, honey.
mist coming down the
He would be
steps.
so proud of you. But sometimes a brave heart is just not enough.
Interesting that our insight as Spirit Thomas darkens everything around us.
Hey, come here. I need you to do something for me.
Stepfather. An incidental character not even important enough to be given a name. Depersonalized through the use
Come here.
of the moniker.
I need you to bring me that thing. You know which one.
Yeah, real specific.
I've got nothing. I'm going to take a guess it's the bottle. Wedding photo. Oh, I don't get to choose. Right, let's anger the stepfather.
Why the hell would I want that? You miss your daddy? Well, he ain't here.
So this is an attempt to offer not necessarily justification, but context for why Richard turned out to be how he did. I mean, it was obviously going to be the beer. He sounds like the rather cliche drunken stepfather trope.
You calling me a drunk?
But apparently he's
Get the
not.
hell away with that.
Real fucking charmer, that one.
Yes. So there's got to be something else in the room. Pipe or jewelry case?
Oh, you little shit. I'll teach you some respect.
Oh, the chair's buggered now. Interesting.
What the hell did you do to me?
Stay back, or I'll cut you again.
Ungrateful little fuck. Get the hell away from me.
Gladly.
I kind of feel like there's multiple ways that could have played out. I mean, if the item that he wanted was like the pipe, he could have had it and he could have had a different reaction, or possibly they were going to be wrong regardless, and he was always going to smash the chair and attack us, and we'd burn him to death like that. Well, cut him as Richard. Yeah, interesting that Spirit Thomas has the energy wrapped around his arms, but I suppose it's because he is entirely here.
Oh, wait for me, you bastard! No! No! No!
Mommy! Hold on, Mommy. I'm coming.
Let go of me! Let go of me! No! No! Please don't! No!
So he's got the trauma from an abusive stepfather. And
It's all your fault. You couldn't protect
he
her.
blames himself.
Can't protect anyone. He's gone. Gone. Forever. You'll never be him. Never. Never. Ever. Little shit. Worthless. Useless.
So, zero feelings of self-worth thanks to the abuse. I like psychological portraits like this. I like finding out why characters are how they are.
This place again. But not the same time.
Richard!
Ooh, the mist is causing some fun frame rate drops. Fortunately, the game is running much better now at 4, assuming it is actually working at 1440p.
I should be going. I'm sorry.
It's alright, Rose. We can finish some other time.
She seems sadder in that portrait, and actually the portrait itself seems less detailed. It seems more stark lines, almost like his style has changed to reflect
Richard, where are you?
his kind of trauma, perhaps.
Hello?
Very Narnia-esque, these lamps. Also, of course, ties in the moth imagery.
Richard, come out!
That's the...
Don't worry. I'll keep you safe. I'll keep you safe.
Star of David? She was Jewish in Hitler's Germany.
This isn't funny.
Don't know how heavily they're going to
Richard!
lay into the Nazi experience.
There you are. Oh, hey.
I waited for you. By the maze. I was afraid something happened to you.
Yeah,
fine.
the engine of this game does not handle these large open areas very well.
Are you sure you're alright?
I said I'm fine.
Hey. If
So this is
something happened, you can tell
after
me.
the stepfather incidents.
Just let me.
Get the hell away from me.
So he's going to turn her against him.
Okay, Richard. I get the picture. Doesn't change a goddamn thing.
And therein lies the thing. It does not change anything. It does not provide justification. It just provides causality. It provides context. This is why he is like he is. Doesn't excuse the behavior.
What's going on?
Shh, listen to me, Richard. Listen to my
It
every word.
rationalizes it.
Some men will come to our house tonight.
Oh,
But why?
oh, good.
What do they want?
Shifting.
Shh, it's okay. I told them to come.
Told them to come. But for whoa.
The hell is this? No! Stay away from me! Stay back! Get away from me, you bastards! No!
So she's called for the
No!
stepfather to be
Let go of
taken
me!
away.
No, please don't! Ah!
Collaborator.
Any son of Poland who collaborates with the oppressor.
Oop.
Who steals from, denounces, or otherwise acts against his compatriots.
First house on the left, right next to the river with the old cherry tree in front. They're hiding them in the pantry under the floorboards. They let them out sometimes to stretch out, usually later in the day. Some of them even go out sometimes, probably looking for food. Best to come at night. He turned people in.
Commits an unforgivable crime against the motherland.
Is that the pendant there that Rose gave him? Richard.
Oh, he should be swiftly punished.
Couldn't have happened to a nicer guy.
So he was hung? He was lynched. Back into the maze, I'm assuming.
This is getting tedious.
I bet.
Rose, where are you?
I bet that will have been turned into a meme.
I'm sorry.
I suspect for some people going into this scene a third time might just be too much of the same thing. But if you look at it from a storytelling level in terms of motif and symbology, actually it makes perfect sense. And of course, it being a third time hits the kind of triptychs, the rule of three, which is so useful in storytelling to hammer home a point of view. If they do it a fourth time, then they could be doing it deliberately to break it. A fifth time would be too much. Some people would argue a fourth time would be unnecessary as well. So that's, yeah, the staining and corruption of his relationship with Rose. And obviously it's darker, it's more overgrown. And now we have to protect ourselves as we go through.
Please, I need you. I need to know Rose.
Yeah, so she's gone.
Rose? No, no, no. Please, wake up. Wake up.
He's found her dead.
She's gone. They took her from me.
Use of pathetic fallacy here with weather, plus of course the shifted camera angle.
You took her from me.
Lashing out, needs someone to blame. I just want to see, was there anything around here that... Oh, no. Also, the soundtrack in the background has gone. I like the kind of nonchalance that Spirit Thomas is dealing with these things. Like, these kind of tendrils mean very little to him in the grand scheme of things. Thought that might be a place that we could spirit blast through, but we don't seem to have the power. The thing I've noticed about this game, the ability to do stuff comes and goes. So that is the shadow of the cloth with the Star of David in it.
No. Ow. Nothing.
There it is, in fact. Little bit overt, but again, video games are designed to be enjoyed by a wide variety of people. Not everybody's going to explore everything. Although, to be fair, if you've got this far into this, you probably have figured out what kind of game it is. Yeah, just that kind of casual, don't care walk. And here we are back at the... Hi.
This is it.
That's the thing that Marianne has seen behind the glass.
What is that? No. You're not
A represent...
Rose? Is that you?
Why would that be Rose?
My precious little flower.
Now this is Rose. That in the background is Richard.
My Lily.
Child Eater. So is that a manifestation of Richard, the Child Eater? He feels to blame for the loss of Rose. And he never got over? Yeah, I do like the kind of casual swagger that we walk with as Spirit Thomas. It's like he doesn't care. He's not fazed by any of this. It's just, I can see you and your shit.
Oh, let's get this over with.
It's almost kind of power fantasy-esque, isn't it? Question is, how's this going to work? I'm assuming this is a boss fight of sorts. That's the young Richard. Interesting, he's got the strange fungal arm as well.
Somebody! Please, help!
It's almost
Over
like...
here, kid.
Please, mister, I need help. The monster, it's after me.
Monster, you say? And what does this monster look?
Spirit Thomas, not as compassionate as
Sir,
Marianne.
There's no time. Hurry, we have to get out of here.
It's okay, Richard. Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath?
Yeah.
Do I know you, mister? Are you one of my stepfather's friends?
No, kid. I'm not planning on making any friends here. I'm here just for you.
What? No! Don't come any closer! Don't touch me!
I'm sorry, kid. I know you tried to run, to hide.
Get your hands off me!
But as long as you're here, the beast will always find you. Richard.
So he's sending him on. Forcibly, by the look of it.
was pretty overwhelming at first. Thomas being like me, but different somehow. I guess I don't have to tell you.
There's the child eater.
Thomas? Who the hell are you?
That's what he is. Hunted, hounded, his whole life hiding, hoping they wouldn't find him. I gave him shelter. I gave him purpose. He could have been so much more. Instead, he chose to rot in this godforsaken place.
Ew, you've got a creepy face, mate. Which is the point. Yeah, the frame rate's dipped to half, but it's still...
Richard.
Yes.
And what's left of him. The bleeding wound. The sap drying on the stump.
That's a nice turn of phrase.
Do I know you, child? You smell just like her.
Like the girl who suffered because of you? The one you preyed upon?
Lily
He came to me.
or Rose? Rose. Are we Rose's daughter?
Where was her father then? Where were you?
Oh, shut up!
No, that doesn't make sense.
Stop acting like you ever cared about her.
Lily.
She was the light of my life. The warmth of my soul.
Oh, unless Rose was Thomas's
Your
wife.
soul has rotted away. There's barely anything left. Now, it's just your sins.
Gluttony.
I almost feel sorry for you. You're nothing.
He ripped me apart. He burned me down and left me in the dark. He's a fiend, a monster.
This man, Thomas, what is he?
He's the one who butchers the soul. The one who breaks it.
Is he the, like, the opposite of us?
I know
Is he the anti-us?
you can set me free. I can feel it. Please do it.
Like duality.
You don't deserve it. You deserve nothing. Nothing. Do you hear me?
Then give it to me, please. Do not exist. That's all I want.
So be it.
Do you think she'll ever forgive me? Will you?
I'm not your judge. I'm just the ferryman. Be gone. Richard.
The Red House.
The Red House.
I just said that. Unforgiven. You sent the child eater
This
away.
time, it wasn't just a feeling. It was a memory. Had I been here before? Was I a part of the puzzle? This man, Thomas, was he a part of my own past?
I suppose realistically it's possible that...
And then something clicked. That girl. It's me. But it looks like it was taken here, at Neva.
Lily and Marianne?
Shit.
Sisters?
The Red House. Whatever it is, I can feel it out there. Like it's calling out to me. There. In the woods.
Make your way through the forest. Right, we've freed Richard from his demons. One of the things that this story is doing quite well, but I suspect will, again, probably frustrate people, is the fact that it is not being super explicit with the story it is telling. It is implying a lot, and it is making us as a viewer and player have to make many inferences about the story and the nature of what is going on. And I've been speculating all the way through as to exactly what is going on, because that's what I like doing in stories, especially psychological horror stories such as this one. This is very much not a typical horror game. It's very psychological. It's playing with fears and demons and making us try and work out the connections for ourselves. It's very much a mystery, just like Silent Hill was. You know, Resident Evil was more survival horror. This isn't survival horror, really. There's barely any kind of encounters in the same way as a Resi game. But in terms of Silent Hill, which was still survival horror to a degree, but there was a much greater emphasis, from what little I must admit I remember of it, on the psychological nature of it, the fact that there was a lot more of the unknown. And as Lovecraft wrote, the greatest fear is that of the unknown. I'm really enjoying almost feels like the wrong word, considering the nature of the material that we're working with here, but I am enjoying the nature of the story and the layers that are peeling back. My current hypothesis is that Lily, i.e. Sadness, and Marianne were sisters, and that they were put in the care of Richard whilst Thomas was away during the war. Something along those lines. Something like that. But yeah, I mean, this is all post-war, isn't it? So the timeline is what I'm struggling to get my head around the most, but that's not surprising because I'm not good with timelines. Unless I actually write them down for myself, I'm not great at remembering dates. But yeah, that was a really interesting section with Spirit Thomas. It was a good chance of seeing a different side of a character, a much less altruistic character than Marianne is. And it reminded me of the rather short-lived Elijah Dushku series called True Calling, where it turned out that she had a power to save people, and right at the end of the first season, just before it was cancelled, we found out that she had a counterpart whose job it was to undo everything that she was doing. And I kind of feel like Marianne and Thomas are counterparts or counterbalances in some way. I also wonder if the fascination that Richard had with Lily was simply due to the fact that she has a flower name, and it reminded him of Rose, who I'm guessing is his childhood sweetheart, or if there's more to it than that, and we should be reading more into it. I don't know. And ultimately, whilst I would like an answer to that question, I don't mind if I don't get one. I've got enough theory in my head to work around with that. Some people will definitely want an explicit answer. I have an imagination. I can fill these things in for myself. Not that people don't have imaginations, but some people need more explicit storytelling. And that's not really what this game is going for. Anyway, enough musings from me about story, because I have been trying to keep these videos shorter. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this Spirit Thomas interlude. And I hope to catch you all in the next episode as we go through the forest. Until then, stay safe and cheerio. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, why not click the like button and consider subscribing. Remember, you can ring the bell notification icon to get notified when new videos go live. And until next time, cheerio.